On the last episode of Holy Shit, we unboxed the most expensive item we had ever unboxed before. Basically like a truckload of 10 terabyte drives from Seagate, totaling a petabyte of storage for our new server, which raised a lot of questions in our viewers' minds. What on earth could some YouTuber possibly need a petabyte of storage for? The answer is today, where we will be unveiling the new most expensive thing we've ever unboxed, 2017 model newest, the Red Weapon 8K camera that is the reason we need a petabyte of storage. And all the friggin' accessories that come with it. So let's begin by getting one of the biggest lies that I have ever told my audience out of the way. I said we were also gonna look at all the included accessories. But to anyone who's ever shopped for a Red camera, they'll already know this. That's a big load of bullshit. Because Red cameras don't include any accessories. Now, that is why we're using a saw, by the way. The average person might think, well, you buy a camera for $49,500 US. Well, you should be done. It should come with a lens, a battery, frickin' blowjob. But no, that is not the way Red sees it. The way they see it, the more professional you are, and the more you're spending on your camera, the less it should come with. And the more you should just have buckets of money to spend on all the other crap you're gonna need. You see? Here, let's get this right out of the way first. $49,500. This is the Red Weapon 8K brain with the helium sensor. It's capable of shooting at anywhere from 8K down to whatever smaller resolution you would want. It comes with this sticker. Yes, my friends, this sticker is included in the box, so you can pimp the crap out of the brand you just gave tens of thousands of dollars to as if they didn't get enough out of you already. These are the crappiest keys ever for a case that you're never going to use, which is a shame because it looks really cool, but who would actually put the camera in there when it doesn't have anything on it? This is all you get. We're lucky it has a frickin' power button. And then you navigate. It doesn't even have a screen. You can't use it. There's no audio. Where's the XLR audio input? No, you get to buy all the accessories. So first is your batteries. And we're gonna bring up the bill here. We're having a look at this, okay? So what do we pay for a battery? Holy shit. $1,500 for the Red Brick Power Pack. Okay, so for $1,500 US smackaroonies, you get 4 batteries and a charger. I mean, this thing better be made out of, like, titanium. That doesn't seem very special. I mean, you know what we're paying for at this point? Is this cool logo. That's a really cool logo. So inside here is the Red Touch 7-inch LCD. And when they ask me, is that good touch or bad touch? I'm gonna tell them, it better be really fucking good touch, because what does this thing cost, Red Touch? $2,750. Do you know how big of a fucking screen I can get for $2,700? I mean, look at this thing. Okay, it has 4 buttons. You know how many buttons the iPhone has? That's not an iPhone. The iPhone has 1, 2, 3, 4 buttons and costs less than half that much. Even at the highest capacity. How much capacity does this have? None. Okay, so how much do we have to pay for the privilege of putting a Canon lens on our camera? Let's find out, shall we? $2,000 for that. What's this PCB made of? $2,000. Look at this thing. Black PCBs are more expensive. What is a DSM-2 base expander? $1,750 for the base expander. So you already paid them $50,000 for the camera, and then just for the privilege of plugging an HDMI out onto it, which by the way, doesn't even output at 4K because these assholes want you to buy their media instead of outputting to an external capture device. So that's what you gotta pay for the privilege of powering the camera, controlling crap, and like having a headphone in. Unbelievable. Where does it even go? You know what? I don't care. Brandon will figure that out later. So for the privilege of connecting a cable to my monitor, I have to spend another $200 in order to not have to just plunk it on here. It cost me $200, and they don't even include a cable? Do they actually not include a cable with this thing? Yeah, we paid for the cable too. This is a $240 cable. So for the privilege of connecting a cable and having a cable, and of course, this is proprietary as shit. I mean, look at this thing. I'll give them credit. It's a nice looking, this isn't even a swivel fitting. Wow. Thank God it has braided sleeving on it, because otherwise I don't know how I'd feel about it. So get this. This is a $100 card reader. $100 for a card reader. The reason they can give you such a great deal, $99.99 on the reader, is because they just bent you over a barrel on the proprietary media. You have to buy Red Mini Megs, which by the way, are just normal M-SATA SSDs. They're not even PCI Express. M-SATA SSDs in a fancy red enclosure. Oh, and you don't even get red. It's like it's a black enclosure if you don't buy the 480 or the 960 gig. So Red makes you buy an adapter from their proprietary interface to their bullshit proprietary cable, and you spend $200 on each end, plus $200 for this dinky-ass cable to go between them. Did I understand this correctly? No, I think I understand what's going on here. So if it's not enough that they have their fist up your ass charging you $1,500 for a battery and a charger, for the privilege of connecting the battery to the brain, you know what this, come here, look at this. You know what this is? Okay, so this is like a few cents worth of gold-plated contacts. There's like a wire inside. Like there's nothing in here. There's a spring. Oh, you know what? It's probably like $300 spring. It's probably the best spring, the greatest spring. There's an arm for the privilege of actually putting your it's $150 for this. Look at this thing. It's not even like a fancy one. $150. This is like criminal. Last piece. DSMC2 side handle. $950 for a handle. Of course it makes it easier to hold the camera. That's not the conversation we're having. I don't disagree it should have a handle. I disagree that I should be paying $1,000 for it. So total damage, switching to Red. $138,000 US for 2 Red cameras and the bullshit accessories that they make you buy. $60,000 in hard drives to store all this crap on. Another $20,000 in NVMe SSDs so that all of our editors can edit Red footage off of our NAS at the same time. And what do we get for it? 8K videos that nobody can watch because they don't have 8K displays. Thank you, and good night. We're out of here. So we're back. And if there was any doubt in anyone's mind that my level of rage hadn't been decreased in the slightest in the last 2 months, let me put that to rest for you. Yes, we have a functioning camera. Look at that. Ooh, it's probably amazing or some shit. But all this time, we've had to be recording to an external audio recorder anytime we wanted to use the bloody thing. For all the money we spent, it doesn't have an XLR input. So we had to wait all this time for some third-party accessory because, oh no, the red one, that's like $4,000 by the way, that one's not as good. So we couldn't have an audio input module. You know, we had to wait for the OMA. So guess how much one of these costs? Look at this box. Look at this. I mean, how much does that even weigh? $2,500. So this replaces the bass expander that's already on here. What the f***? The bass expander is $1,700. Why the f*** did we buy 2 bass expanders if we're gonna replace them? Why did we buy 2 of them? We bought 2 $1,700 pieces just in case this one stops working. Normally this is the point in the video where I'd like drop it in anger, but it's too expensive.